On the somber evening of August 4th, Donna Kelce, the resilient and devoted mother of NFL legends Jason and Travis Kelce, broke down as she relived the final dinner shared by her former husband, Ed Kelce, in the heartbreaking aftermath of Maureen Maguire's tragic passing. Overcome with emotion, Donna's trembling voice and tear-filled eyes spoke volumes, while the glint of her old wedding ring, still clinging to her finger, became a symbol of a love long past, but never forgotten. Millions were touched by the raw vulnerability of a woman who not only mourned a partner's loss but bore witness to the silent collapse of a man who had just lost the light of his world. "I've never seen Ed this broken," she whispered. He didn't sob, but the pain in his eyes was louder than any cry. The haunting image of Ed sitting in stunned silence, barely speaking, his eyes vacant and soul-shattered, revealed a level of heartbreak too deep for words. And in that quiet, final meal, something in him seemed to disappear forever. At the private farewell, from the woman who stood by Ed Kelce's side for nearly 20 years, he asked for nothing but a quiet dinner with family, away from cameras, away from noise. Donna, no longer his wife but still the woman who understood him best, sat beside him, not as an ex but as a soul who knew his pain before he could speak it. They gathered at a small, familiar restaurant had chosen for every birthday wear. Only a few dishes graced the table: grilled salmon, warm corn soup, fresh fruit, and 2 glasses of iced tea. Nearby sat Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, quietly present to keep Ed grounded. Taylor, adored by Maureen like a granddaughter, gently left a small handwritten card at Ed's place. It read, "We miss her, too, but she'd want you to smile." Ed didn't eat that night. He held the card for minutes, took a slow sip of tea, and offered a smile, a broken one. Donna whispered that she saw him fighting the weight of grief, masking the ache behind silence. Only once did he speak, and she'd never forget the words. "If there is an afterlife, I would still choose to hold her hand while walking under the redwoods in the Pennsylvania autumn." Donna's voice faltered as she recalled a confession of regret, but a silent promise Ed never got to make while Maureen was alive. Her passing had been so sudden, so quiet, it robbed him of goodbye. And that dinner, modest yet unforgettable, became his last sacred gesture to the love of his life. Later, an image from that night surfaced. Taylor Swift in Travis Kelce's number 87 jersey, standing with Donna and Ed Kelce, holding the card, her expression tender, the moment captured in black and white. But even without color, Ed's gentle smile shone through. Fans believe it was the last time he truly smiled, before grief swallowed him whole. After the memorial, both Jason and Travis reflected softly. "Dad didn't talk much, but he loved Maureen more than he could ever say. Every dinner from now on, she'll be missing, yet everywhere." Donna Kelce said one final thing that left the room breathless. "Sometimes, love doesn't need a wedding. Sometimes, it just needs a final dinner, and a handshake that lasts forever in memory." That night, her tears spoke everything Ed could not. A quiet goodbye from a man whose heart would never fully heal from the loss of Maureen Maguire. And while the world moved on, Ed remained suspended in that moment, frozen between memory and longing. Every corner of that restaurant now echoed with her laughter, her voice, her presence, and he would carry that echo with him forever. Travis was seen gently placing a comforting hand on his father's back, while Taylor quietly wiped a tear, showing just how deeply this family felt Maureen's loss. It wasn't just Ed who lost, it was all of them. That dinner wasn't about food or tradition, it was a sacred ritual of grief, love, and silent promises never spoken. Fans flooded social media with tributes, calling it the most human moment they'd ever seen from the Kelce family, and perhaps that's what made it unforgettable. Not the fame, not the jerseys or celebrity, just raw, vulnerable love, refusing to fade, even in silence.